always thought Valentine's Day fell on the 14th of February. Well, not in China. It falls on the 7th day of the 7th Chinese lunar month. So, in 2015, that meant it was yesterday. Well, to mark the occasion, rocker Jon Bon Jovi delighted his Chinese fans by posting a video singing a well-known Mandarin love song to mark the big day in China. I think it was for me, but let's take a listen. Sorry about that, we're having some technical difficulties, but hopefully we'll hear from Jon Bon Jovi soon. Okay. Well, she is the multi-talented recording artist and musician who lit up the music scene with her first hit single, the now club classic anthem, All in All. An international hit that gained immense radio play. Now, we're talking about Joyce Sims, of course. Now, she quickly followed up in 1988 with another classic single, Come Into My Life, which smashed the top 10 and was certified gold. Now, she's still touring and promoting her latest single, All I Want Is You. Before we talk to her, let's have a listen.
Pretty as a penny, shining like gold, better than money, a love that can be sold. Ain't in the market for something that's new. Got money in my pocket.
Joyce Sims, it's an absolute pleasure to have you in the studio. Tell me, first of all, what brings you to London?
Well, I'm in London doing some dates. I'm at the Jazz Cafe Saturday night and tonight as well at the Tudor Lindsay, and bringing some new music along with me.
Nice. So you've been touring and you've been on the music scene for
Yes.
years. How have you seen it change over that time?
Wow, it has really changed. As when I first came out, it was more, I think it was more driven by the majors, by the labels. And now I think it's really a great time for independent artists and, you know, any artist that wants to do their own thing because of the, you know, the availability of the distribution and the promotion and the marketing. So I think it's a great time for artists right now.
Yeah, and is that a road that you see yourself going down, doing things more independently?
Definitely. I have my own label now, August Rose Records, that my new album is on, the love song. So it's really a great time. I mean, you know, it's still, you have to really take care of your business because you are the label, you're the one in charge now. It's not like you're relying on, you know, a label or someone that's taking care of you.
Oh, great. Yeah. And of course we have the biggest hit, Come Into My Life, which we absolutely love. Let's have a listen.
Yes, thank you.
Together as one, not two, we shine like diamond ice. And I'll show you some memories that you want and need. Because I can brighten up your days. And when you're feeling
it is still such a classic. You had us all singing in the office today.
Wow.
Now,
Nice.
This song was R&B and it was dance and it was a club classic and it was everything. And we've seen the fusion of R&B and dance over the years. Do you think this is a good thing for the way for the genre to go?
I do. I mean, I think it's a good thing. It's, you know, it's not broke. So why try to fix it? It still works, you know. Because, I mean, you listen now, you hear a lot of samples. You hear a lot of remakes on older tunes, on some of the classic tunes. So, you know, it's just being reinvented again, you know, same music, just different technology on top of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of samples, you've been sampled from everyone from Snoop Dogg to Angie Stone. If you had to sample anyone, who would it be?
Wow. You know, I'm not much of a sampler. But I think if I would sample somebody, it would be like some Stevie Wonder licks or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love him.
Wouldn't we all? Definitely.
Yes.
And the new single is All I Want Is You. Tell us
Yes.
about that. How did that come about?
Well, that came about, actually, I did a studio session here in the UK. I worked on that with Livingston Brown produced, and we wrote it together. And we just went in the studio, collaborated, and you know, we wanted to write a love song that was universal, that we thought everyone could relate to. We came up with All I Want Is You.
Brilliant. Let's have a listen.
Okay, great.
Better than money, a love that can be sold. Ain't in the market for something that's new. Got money in my pocket, and all I want is you. All I want is you. You make me feel brand new.
Such a great modern sound. I love this. Again, another classic in the making. Now, is this quite indicative of the album? What can we expect?
On the album, you'll hear a little soul, a little funk, a little R&B pop, but definitely some great songs, great music.
And who did you work with on the album? Tell us.
I worked with, like I said, I worked with Livingston Brown. I worked from the UK, and Jay Picasso from the UK, some UK writers as well. And I worked with some great engineers in New York, in the city, Eli Tubo, who's done a lot of the great hip-hop albums. But it was a collection, it was a collaboration of love, I must say.
So if you had a bucket list, like a wish list, of anybody you could work with, who would it be?
I would love to work with Stevie Wonder, as I said. I would love to do a track with R. Kelly. I would love to do a track with Incognito. I think they're awesome.
That would be
Yeah,
great.
you know, I love that jazzy, bluesy thing, funk. I love that.
So what's next for you, Joyce? You've got the shows in London,
Yes.
and what else is coming up?
I have the show Saturday at the Jazz Cafe, and I'm so excited about that, working with the band and everything. And I'm just touring now with the new album. I go back to the States for dates and, you know, just promoting the new track.
Well, good luck with it, and good
Well,
luck with
thank
the
you so
album.
much.
Joyce Sims, thank you so much.
Yes, thanks for having me.
And that's all from me. Back to Shahan.